Take these seriously, practice them daily, and you will carry with you not just calm, but strength, resilience, and clarity in a chaotic world. Within minutes, their mind is already restless, anxious, and distracted. The Stoics had a different approach. They believed that mornings were not to be wasted on noise, but to be used for preparation. Each day was a new battle, and the mind needed its armor. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, would begin his mornings by writing to himself. His journal, later known as Meditations, was not meant for anyone else. It was a training manual for his own mind. In those pages, he reminded himself of what he could control, of the certainty of death, of the importance of virtue. Seneca, one of Rome's great philosophers, would often begin his reflections by reminding himself of life's brevity. To him, every morning was borrowed time. Epictetus, once a slave and later a teacher, began his lessons by telling his students that peace is found not in controlling the world, but in mastering the self. This is the morning secret of Stoicism, not to be carried away by distractions, but to root yourself in timeless truths. In this video, we will explore 10 powerful reminders to tell yourself every morning, Stoic truths that can transform the way you face the day. Reminder 1. Today will test me. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, today I will meet selfish, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, and unsocial people." Why would an emperor begin his day with such grim words? Because he understood that disappointment comes not from difficulty, but from false expectations. If you expect everyone to be kind, life to run smoothly, and the day to go exactly as planned, then every obstacle feels like an insult. But if you prepare your mind by saying, "Today will test me," then obstacles no longer shock you. They become confirmation of what you already knew would come. Seneca echoed this. He who expects misfortune suffers less from it when it comes. In other words, prepare for life's storms before they arrive. Think of your own day. Maybe a colleague will snap at you. Maybe your plans will fall apart. Maybe traffic will delay you, or technology will fail you. If you have already told yourself this in the morning, then when it happens, you will not be shaken. You will say, "I expected this. I am ready." The test is not whether the world behaves. The test is whether you can remain steady. Ask yourself, am I prepared for the tests this day will bring, or am I still expecting the world to be easy? Reminder 2. I control my mind, not the world. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself constantly, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Most of our stress comes from trying to control what isn't ours. The weather, the economy, politics, the opinions of others. These things will never fully obey us, and yet we spend our energy wishing they would. Epictetus taught his students, some things are in our control and others not. When something happens, the only thing in your power is your attitude toward it. Think of an ordinary example. Someone sends you a rude message. You cannot control their words, but you can control your reply. One person reacts with anger, another with patience. The event is the same. The difference is the mind. Marcus Aurelius gave himself the same reminder. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. So every morning tell yourself, I cannot control the world, but I can control my thoughts, my choices, and my response. Ask yourself, today, will I waste energy trying to change the uncontrollable, or will I master my own mind? Ask yourself, what pain in my life today is shaping me into something stronger? Marcus Aurelius added, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. And Epictetus, who lived as a slave and later as a cripple, told his students, "Difficulties show what men are." Pain is not a punishment, it is training. Every challenge is a classroom, every setback a teacher. Think about exercise. The ache of your muscles is proof of growth. Life is the same. Rejection teaches humility. Financial struggle teaches resilience. Heartbreak teaches compassion. When pain arrives, the natural question is, why me? The Stoic question is, what is this teaching me? Consider Epictetus. His leg was broken by his master, leaving him permanently disabled. Yet instead of cursing his fate, he used his suffering to teach others that freedom and peace are found in the mind, not the body. Am I living that way now? The Stoics practiced memento mori, the remembrance of death. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Seneca reminded himself, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Epictetus taught, "Keep death and exile before your eyes each day, and you will never have a base thought, nor will you have excessive desire." Why such focus on mortality? Because remembering that life is short strips away the trivial. Think of how much of our anxiety is about small things. A rude word, a missed opportunity, a minor inconvenience. But if today were your last, would any of these matter? Or would you spend your time on love, gratitude, and meaningful work? Ask yourself, what comfort can I give up today to grow stronger tomorrow? He would eat the simplest food, sleep on the ground, and wear rough clothes. He wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself all the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Why? To prove that he could endure hardship, to remind himself that luxury is not security, and that true strength comes from within. Marcus Aurelius too embraced hardship. As emperor, he spent long months on military campaigns, enduring cold winters and poor conditions. Yet he wrote to himself, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." In our modern world, comfort surrounds us. We avoid the cold, avoid hunger, avoid effort. But this makes us fragile. When real hardship comes, we are unprepared. The Stoics teach, choose discomfort daily. Take a cold shower. Walk instead of drive. Fast from food or technology. Speak up when you are afraid. Begin again. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, "When you arise, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Yesterday's mistakes, regrets, and failures are gone. Each morning is a fresh page, a new opportunity to live with courage, wisdom, justice, and self-control. Too often we carry yesterday into today. We replay arguments, we cling to guilt, we let old failures haunt us. Reminder 7, I already have enough. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Marcus Aurelius added, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Epictetus told his students, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Every morning, remind yourself, I already have enough. Food, shelter, air, time. These are gifts. In a world that screams more, gratitude is rebellion. It dissolves anxiety by shifting focus from what you lack to what you already possess. Think of how often stress comes from chasing more money, more recognition, more comfort. But when you pause and notice what you already have, peace returns. Ask yourself, am I focused today on what I lack or am I grateful for what I already have? Reminder 8. What matters most is virtue. The Stoics defined the good life not by wealth, pleasure, or fame, but by virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." Seneca said, "A good character, when established, is not easily overthrown." Epictetus taught, "If virtue promises happiness, independence, and tranquility, then progress toward virtue is progress toward each of these." Each morning remind yourself, today I will choose virtue over comfort. I will choose justice over convenience. I will choose self-control over impulse. Virtue cannot be taken from you. It is the one wealth that fortune cannot steal. Ask yourself, am I living today with wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control? Ask yourself, what can I do today that strengthens the whole, not just me? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings no benefit to the bee." Seneca said, "No man can live happily who looks only to himself." Epictetus reminded his students, "You are a citizen of the universe." Each morning tell yourself, I am not alone. I am part of a greater whole. When you feel overwhelmed by personal stress, remember you belong to something larger, a family, a community, humanity itself. When you act for others, your own burdens grow lighter. Think about your day ahead. How will you serve not just yourself, but the greater good? Reminder 10. The present moment is enough. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." Epictetus said, "Do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but want them to happen as they do, and your life will go smoothly." Seneca taught, "We are tormented more by our imagination of the future than by the present." Anxiety thrives in the future. Regret lingers in the past. Peace is only found in the present. Each morning remind yourself, this moment is enough. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Breathe deeply. Notice the air in your lungs, the light around you, the fact that you are alive. Ask yourself, am I living in this moment or lost in another? These 10 reminders are not empty affirmations. They are powerful Stoic truths. Today will test me. I control my mind, not the world. Pain is my teacher. I will die, so I must live well. Comfort weakens me, discomfort trains me. Today is a chance to begin again. I already have enough. What matters most is virtue. I am part of a greater whole. The present moment is enough. When you begin each morning with these reminders, you do not just react to the day, you lead it. This is the morning secret of Stoicism, not to wait for life to go your way, but to shape your way of living no matter what life brings. Which of these 10 reminders will you start using tomorrow morning? Share your answer in the comments. And if you found this video meaningful, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and ancient lessons for modern life. Together, let's learn to live each day with clarity, courage, and strength.